But Katy Perry didn't go to space.
I'm not sure why people don't understand this. So the Blue Origin trip, they did not go to space, okay?
Okay, we need to talk about the shape of this rocket. I know you're not allowed to say it on TikTok, but come on.
What is up, YouTube? My name is Happiness and welcome to my channel. So we're gonna look at these videos. Lately, people on TikTok, TikTok, they can take out the truth and they can investigate what is real and what is fake. So there was this launch that happened whereby Blue Origin launched all these women and one man to space. So people online are saying that they never went to space. For 11 minutes, they never went to space. So, okay, so despite that, what has happened is that everybody online is saying that that never happened. And how come that when on the ground, when after it had landed the spacecraft, from the outside you can't open the door from the inside. Only a person from the outside can open, and all of a sudden the door opens. A person from the inside opens the door, whereby the only person that was supposed to open that door was Jeff Bezos from the outside. You see, so people are speculating that, all these conspiracy theories online, whereby people will be talking and spreading all these propaganda. But I'm not saying that I disagree with them. I'm just saying that that's what they are saying. So what we're going to do is that we're going to look at all these videos, try to uncover what people think about this Blue Origin conspiracy theory that it never happened. So yes, guys, so let's look at these videos and then yes, let's check out these videos.
Okay, we need to talk about the shape of this rocket. I know you're not allowed to say it on TikTok, but come on. What does that look like to you, apart from the genitals of a man? Interesting that it's called New Shepard, even though the Lord is our shepherd. How fake does this look? I mean, that looks like it was done by a GCSE student at lunchtime. Look how terrible that is. I don't think they're even trying anymore. Oh, here's Oprah.
Watching her best friend go to space.
Right on cue. Oh, goodness. Right, here it comes back down. The stuff of science fiction. And then watch the footage as it lands. Seriously, you'll laugh like I did. Wait for it. Look at that. Anyway, this is what Hive AI moderation said. Did it detect any AI? Yep.
But Katy Perry didn't go to space. I mean, first of all, her hair wasn't even floating. But Suni Williams was. And some people are saying that maybe because Katy Perry's hair is long. You telling me there's gravity in space? Okay, let's look at Gayle King. This is Gayle King. You see her head's floating? Bro, this is Suni Williams. So now tell me, you spend all your time in space staring at the camera. Let's not even talk about that inwards door. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But in case you don't, if you're coming down from space and you're in this capsule and the door opens inward, what do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen? Let's just say that these ladies wouldn't be alive today. Also, let's not talk about the fact that Jeff Bezos touched the capsule when they landed. Dude, isn't it supposed to be hot? And because it was so hot, surely it should be a little bit brown not whiter than my teeth. And the outfits, why do they look so glamorous? No, I mean, like, what the heck? How is that safe? And the jewelry, I thought you weren't allowed to wear jewelry in space. No, I'm pretty sure Jeff Bezos had to make sure that his wife had to wear the ring. Literally makes no sense. This is honestly just a full-on PR stunt.
Guess what? Probably everybody already has seen the evidence that this recent space voyage wasn't real. If you haven't, look up Katy Perry fake. And I'm also wondering how many people have put together that this trip up here was about as real as this trip down here. One more thing that I was thinking about is, why did they have to make a big deal about saying that they saw the curvature of the Earth? That's actually the only thing of substance they said while they were up there. Why did they pull a fake hoax just to say that? Kind of strange.
Here we go again. Another one has been put forward to us all. This is a, well, you can see for yourself, it's a mannequin. And what they're saying is this is from a test flight in 2017, although the other picture that was taken looks very, very similar to what we was presented with. And let's not forget that when that module come down, well, when it was slammed into the ground, everyone was okay, everyone was fine, and the door opened, you know, before it was supposed to shut the door. Bezos has got his tool out to do that. Yeah, so anyway, this is the latest one, and other things. The why wasn't the scorch marks on the capsule, the module, because of re-entry. Katy Perry's probably used to that. But then again, there we go. There's another one for you. What do you think?
Let's talk about space reentry protocols, because what happened with Blue Origin's historic all-female flight doesn't match reality. When NASA astronauts return to Earth, they sit in that capsule for hours. Why? Because the hatch is externally sealed and pressurized. Ground crews run safety checks for toxic fumes, radiation, and structural integrity. Nobody unbuckles mid-plummet at 700 miles per hour to casually pop the door open from the inside. That's not physics. That's suicide. Yet here's Blue Origin capsule. Live footage shows the hatch cracking open from within before Bezos even grabs his shiny little key. A crew member panics, slams it shut like they're hiding a secret. Meanwhile, Bezos, still sweating from his viral faceplant fail, strolls up to pretend he's unlocking it. NASA's protocol? Strict external control. Blue Origin's version? A reality show stunt. If that hatch wasn't sealed during re-entry, where's the explosive decompression? The emergency alarms? Either Bezos invented new laws of physics, or this was a staged spectacle to distract from his rocket crash proposal fiasco. Why push a female empowerment narrative while breaking basic space safety rules? The answer's written in the loopholes. You tell me, Hollywood magic or a $200 million lie?
Items that he needs on a daily basis, and so it can be quite cozy, and it's nice and quiet as well.
You guys mind telling me why that freaking door was open? Why? They should have to explain themselves on live TV. This is unacceptable. He just tried to do the same exact thing that they did to our parents and grandparents. They should have to address this. Do you even know what just happened? You ever wondered why they do all of this? Why there's this huge group effort to do all of this? Do these look like the faces of people who are proud of their accomplishments for going to space? I only cross my arms like that when I know I did something wrong. What's going on with your hair? Nobody's hair has ever looked like that. 1969 to 2025, but now it's done. You really think in the age of AI you're allowed to make a mistake like that? No, but this is different. This blows all other things way out of the water. In 1969, they made you believe that. Excuse me, can you explain to me why that door was open? It's over at this point. It doesn't matter anymore. This is history literally repeating itself. I used to love learning about space. This feels like it was a waste of time. Everybody should be so upset that they've just been deceived for so long. Is anybody even upset? This is ridiculous.
All right, so a couple things I've noticed about Blue Origin. I'm gonna make another video, but here it is. I'm just put all in. One is, who opened the door and how come nobody's asking that question or answering that question? Two is, as in my previous video, I have the distance between the windows. Jeff Bezos trips and he takes 2 steps and then he trips. And so that means he had, he's a man much bigger than these women. He had to take a couple steps to get from window 1 to window 2. But in the interior video shots, one of those tiny women occupy the space between the windows. So the math isn't math in there. And then something that I just caught watching a video in our several videos is when they're loading, the door has hardware and bolts that aren't in the landing video. So here's a picture of the door, and I put it right here. And you could see the frame of the entrance has 2 bolts. One in the, let's just say like the 10 o'clock and the 2 o'clock or 11 and 1, but just up above the corners of the doors, they're not in, those bolts are not in the landing. And then also there's hardware on the left and right side of the doors that I don't see a relationship in the door that they're opening. So it's almost as if those are 2 different ships. I'm truly not a conspiracy theorist, but I am a little. I do have questions here. Idea.
I'm not sure why people don't understand this. So the Blue Origin trip, they did not go to space, okay? They went to the same area of space that a guy in 2012 with a Red Bull suit went to, somebody named Baumgartner or something, and he skydived, okay? So they didn't actually leave Earth. They didn't get to the part to where they had to re-enter space or re-enter the Earth and go through that heat that you see happens when like the space, shuttle comes in. They didn't go that high. So really all they did was just go a little bit higher than a plane. I mean, a lot higher than a plane. But again, they didn't leave Earth. They didn't really go into outer space. So this idea that they were like up in space and like it was such an amazing thing. No, it never had. They never got that high. So, and Blue Origin isn't meant to like go do a loop around the Earth. It's literally just meant to go higher than an airplane. That's it. That's all it's designed to do. So when everyone's like, wow, why don't they have these kind of suits on and all this? It's because they didn't get that high. They didn't get to the place to where they would need all the oxygen and the suits and all that because they literally did not really go to space.
Okay guys, thank you for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe, and let's meet up to the next one. Peace out.